At 17 years old, a peasant girl from rural France walked into a war council and told hardened commanders that God had sent her to defeat the English. Her name was Joan of Arc. France in 1429 was collapsing. The English controlled vast territory. The Dauphin, the future Charles VII, was uncertain, politically fragile, and militarily weakened. Then came Joan, illiterate, untrained, but unwavering. She claimed that heavenly voices, Saint Michael, Saint Catherine, and Saint Margaret, had commanded her to lift the Siege of Orléans and restore France. In a world governed by kings and bishops, a teenage girl announcing divine authority should have been dismissed. Instead, she was tested. Clergy interrogated her, nobles evaluated her. She was examined for signs of deception or heresy. Against expectation, she was granted armor and command presence. Not formal command, but symbolic authority powerful enough to galvanize an exhausted army. And something shifted. At Orléans, French morale transformed. Within 9 days, the siege was broken. Victory followed victory. Soldiers who had been retreating for years advanced under her banner. Whether by strategy, coincidence, or psychological force, her presence altered the rhythm of war. But charisma in wartime creates enemies. In 1430, at 19, Joan was captured by Burgundian forces allied with England. Instead of being treated as a prisoner of war, she was handed to the English and placed on trial in Rouen. The charges were not military, they were spiritual: heresy, witchcraft, cross-dressing, claiming divine voices without church approval. The trial transcripts reveal something extraordinary. Joan defended herself with clarity beyond her years. When pressed about her voices, she did not retreat. When theologians tried to trap her, she responded with sharp, controlled answers that frustrated her accusers. But the verdict was predetermined. A teenage girl who claimed direct divine authority bypassed institutional control. That was more dangerous than any sword. In 1431, she was burned at the stake. Her ashes were scattered to prevent relics. Yet mythology only intensified. Some claimed she escaped. Others believed divine intervention surrounded her death. 25 years later, the church reversed the verdict. Centuries later, she was canonized as a saint. Was she a mystic? A visionary? A political symbol? A psychologically extraordinary mind shaped by faith and war? History debates, but one fact remains. At 17, she walked into a collapsing nation and spoke with such conviction that armies moved. And that legacy still burns.